Hey, and welcome back to RevBTB Does It. I am going to do a dupe today. Um, every once in a while, we used to get these homestyle bakes from Walmart was the only place I could find them. And rather than continue to buy this kind of stuff, I thought, why not try to make it at home? And so that's what we're doing today in the video. We're going to dupe this homestyle bake. It is the country chicken with mashed potatoes and biscuits. I bought one. It is the complete meal kit. I made it, and then I basically went out and bought the things that I thought would be a good trade out for the things that were in here and would create a similar tasting casserole from that. So that's what we're going to be doing today. So stay tuned and let's get to the kitchen. Okay, here we are in the kitchen. Forgive the background. My mom is listening to her news on the TV. So this is the stuff that we're going to be using today to recreate the homestyle chicken bake dupe. We've got 2 cans of this chunk chicken. We've got a can of chicken gravy, a can of cream of chicken soup. We're using this container of biscuits, and we're going to be making these potatoes for the base. First of all, I got to make the potatoes, and then I'm going to cream together all of these things here, and then basically top it with the biscuits and bake it in the oven. So we'll get back to you after I have actually made the potatoes, and I will show you how we're going to stir this all together and create the chicken and gravy layer. And then basically we just top it with the biscuits, but it's very straightforward. And let's get to cooking. Okay, so I've got my water on to boil right now for the potatoes. And I've opened up my cans. I'm going to turn off my water a little bit here because it's already ready to go. And basically I just have to mix up my potatoes, and then I'm going to be adding this, and these 2 cans into this bowl. And I'll come back to cream that together when I've got my potatoes all taken care of. All right, so I've got my potatoes all mixed together. I'm just going to dump the gravy into a bowl here. I'm going to scrape out with my spatula. Sorry if I'm in the way here with my camera. Get out what I can of that. And then also the cream of chicken soup. And you're going to mix these 2 together, okay? Cream of chicken and gravy. The gravy seems to be a little too thin if I use that alone, and the cream of chicken doesn't have the right consistency after I get it in the bake. So basically making these 2 go together is the easiest and best way I have found to create this. And so we're just going to stir them both together here. Get the mix. I should use my little whiskey whisk that I've got here. I use that for spreading in the pan. Just whisk it together. So you're mixing your gravy and your cream of chicken together to create like a base to put your chicken into, and then that goes over the top of the potatoes. So let's get this all mixed together, and then we'll get the chicken in. Rather than waste all this goodness, I just stick it right in there, and then I'll take care of it afterwards. So now I'm going to add the chicken. I'm going to add it right into this mix here and stir it all up. And I don't add anything extra because all of these are really processed foods anyway that I'm just combining, and they have enough salt and pepper and stuff in them. And you can always salt and pepper at the table, so I prefer to allow people who wish to do that. And if I do that, if I add some spices and stuff, I may add some garlic powder, onion powder, but I'm not going to do it this time because I'm trying to make it as close to the way that the actual box mix has it. And I don't like the humongous chunks because I'm trying to spread it over the top of the potatoes. So, all right, now that we've got this all together, I'm going to bring over my pan. Make sure I'm in the frame here. And let's get any of the excess goodness out of this little whiskey whisk. Over here. Okay. And now my potatoes, it says to let them sit for a minute after they have been stirred together. And I have done that while I put together my gravy and chicken. So now we're just gonna put this right in the pan and we're gonna create a base layer of all of these potatoes. Scrape this out a little bit better here. Sorry if I'm getting the pan in the way. All right, that should be fine. Now I'm just going to press it down and make an even base layer. And I do have my oven preheating right now to 400. Now, as you can see, this goes together pretty darn quickly. So this would be a good one for people who are coming home at the end of a long day and they're just looking for something that's really comforting and delicious to make, that's quick. You could serve this obviously with other mixed vegetables too. I'm gonna serve it with probably some peas and carrots and some cranberry sauce on the side. And there's the biscuits on the top too, so don't forget that we have, you know, pretty much a complete meal just in this alone, because you do have the potatoes, you have the gravy, and you have the chicken, and you have the biscuits. So there it is. We've got it all spread over the top there beautifully. And now I'm going to spread the chicken layer. And then we get to pop the seal on the biscuits. That's the best part, isn't it? When you get those biscuits out of a can. Now, there's nothing to say that you can't make your own biscuits and put the, plop them on the top. That's the way the bake has it. But I found, in the interest of time and all that kind of stuff, and besides that fact, I couldn't find a good biscuit box mix or something that, like I was looking for a Jiffy biscuit mix and I did not find one. There are other types of biscuit mixes out there, and I'm sure that if you wanted to do the plop style biscuits, you could. But as you can see, this makes a pretty thick layer of the chicken and gravy on the top of this, which makes for a pretty good, meal. And this is gonna serve, a bunch of folks for a couple of meals. So this is actually, a pretty large pan. And we'll get probably, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 8 servings at least out of this. All right, so we've spread that over the top there. That's good. Alrighty, and now here comes the pièce de résistance, the jumbo biscuits. And I got the flaky buttermilk ones this time. The last time I made it, they didn't have these ones, and I ended up getting the store brand, the small ones. They came out great. They taste really, really great. But I think this will taste just as good, maybe even a little bit better. And the biscuits were kind of on the small side for that. Not that that's a big deal. But now we're just going to place these biscuits strategically around. I'm going to do one in each corner. And then we're going to place the others, staggered inside here. I'll do 6, like lining the sides here. And then we'll do the 2 in this space here. And that really is everything you need to do that for the meal. And then you bake it. You bake it on 400. until the biscuits come out brown on the top, because that's really the only thing that you're cooking. Everything else is already cooked or prepared or done. So basically you're just now looking to make, there goes my oven saying it's ready to go. So we're going to just slide this right on in the oven. Here we go. I'm going to bring you around. We're going to put it in. Excuse my oven. And just like that, we're ready to go. And here we have it. This is the dupe for the Banquet Homestyle Chicken Biscuit and Gravy Bake. It looks pretty darn good, doesn't it? And like I said, we're going to have 8 servings. Each biscuit area would be where a serving would be. And there it is. I hope you enjoyed my little dupe on this meal. And I'm pretty sure that you could probably find all of the ingredients for this meal, maybe aside from the biscuits, but I'm sure they'd probably have some sort of mix, drop biscuit mix that you could try right at the Dollar Tree. So you could turn this into a pretty delicious $5 meal or $6 meal now that they've gone up to $1.25 at the Dollar Tree. So you could probably recreate this right from the Dollar Tree stuff and have it taste amazing. So if anybody wants to go and do that, come back and let me know how you fare with your homestyle chicken bake dupe. Thanks, and hope to see you again when RevBTB does it.